Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am representing company Bluebridge, and we're a cloud service provider. So I'm going to be talking more about the down-to-earth things and what kind of barriers we meet when trying to move public organizations to the cloud. So instead of talking how to make it more attractive, because I think the concept is attractive enough, so I'm just going to say a couple factors that we meet, which are the barriers. So one of the main barriers at the moment is, as Rytis mentioned, is financial policy of the government, which facilitates more capital investment rather than purchases of services. And on the same hand, since for the last 5 years and in the next coming years, the majority of investment in IT is going to be made by EU-funded projects. EU-funded projects also facilitate the purchase of equipment and systems, which means capital investment. So there is no reason for the public organizations to move to the cloud because they have money for the capital investments rather for the services. So there is a need to fix some financial policies if government wants public organizations to move to the cloud. The second barrier is a universal barrier, and it's a barrier of security. Of course, organizations feel a little insecure to move their data to the cloud because the lack of knowledge what is a cloud and how it works. For them, it feels insecure to move the data. So there might be a need for some compliance standards so that organizations could better evaluate the service providers and how secure they are and what are the procedures to make this data secure. And the third reason, which is very down-to-earth barrier, but still it is a barrier and it shouldn't be neglected, is personal security, especially when we're talking about IT people. And especially if we talk about medium-sized or small organizations, IT people don't have a strategic role in the organizations. They are not concerned about how to align IT to the processes and how to make organizations more effective. Their daily tasks involve maintenance and support of the systems they have, which means if they move those systems to the cloud, they're basically out of job. And, but the main, I think, goal of internal IT is to have more strategic position in organization because they understand IT and they can understand what's happening in organization, so they can focus more on how to make organization more productive by aligning IT and processes. So if government would take that into consideration and move IT into the strategic positions so they can think about those issues of effectiveness, then there might be less resistance from IT people of moving to the cloud, because IT people is still a decision point whether the organization is going to move to the cloud or not. So those are three barriers: so financial policy, security, and personal security. So, thank you.
Very crisp and to the point. So.